Peter Meijer, representing Michigan's 3rd Congressional District, which is West Michigan, including the cities of Grand Rapids and Battle Creek.
What is your morning routine?
My morning routine is to wake up, have some coffee, a little bit of cereal, check the news, and see what is planned for the day.
What was your first concert?
I think my first concert was probably Trans-Siberian Orchestra Christmas show. That was a good one.
What is the first decoration going up in your congressional office?
I'll probably put a copy of the fountainhead that was owned by Gerald Ford, who occupied the seat from 1948 to 1973.
If you wrote a book, who would the dedication go to?
Definitely to my wife, Gabriella.
Before this election, what has been your greatest victory?
I'd probably say the greatest victory before this election was the fact that none of the soldiers I led in Iraq were injured.
You've worked and volunteered all around the world, in places of danger, distress, all of it. How will you use these experiences to now best serve and focus on the people of Michigan?
I've tried to make order out of chaos around the globe on 3 different continents, so hopefully making a little bit of order out of Washington, D.C. shouldn't be too hard of a task. But really just making sure that, I've seen the way things can fall apart and making sure that we use that knowledge to prevent them from getting that bad and reinforcing and creating more resiliency in the country as it is today.
My name is Beth Van Duyne. I'm going to represent Texas District 24, home of the Dallas-Fort Worth Airport, number of Fortune 500 companies, one of the most diverse areas in the country, and one of the fastest growing areas in the country.
What was your first concert?
Oh man, you're going to really age me with this question. My first concert was Joan Jett and the Blackhearts and Loverboy. And that was in Minot, North Dakota at the North Dakota State Fair.
If you wrote a book, who would the dedication go to?
My kids. So I've got 2 kids. They're 18 and they're 21, and they have been an integral part of me running for election, or the reason why I ever wanted to run for election. And they've actually been part of the campaign. They allowed me to miss concerts and soccer games and things like that. So they have put up with a lot for me to be able to be where I am now.
Before this election, what has been your greatest victory?
I won a race for mayor in my city in Irving, Texas, and we were outspent 8-1. And it was a very tough, very personal race. But because of grassroots organizations and knocking on doors and getting thousands of people to help and volunteer, we won. But that was a tough race. That was a really hard race.
What is the best piece of advice you've ever been given, and who gave it to you?
Take every day at a time. Write a chapter, not a book, and make sure that you're enjoying yourself. Because if you're not, it's going to show. So every day, just take as a blessing. Every morning, wake up in a great mood and be ready to tackle whatever you have looking forward in the rest of the day.
I represent the California's 39th Congressional District. It's a very diverse district with 3 counties, LA County, Orange County, and San Bernardino County.
What is your morning routine?
During the COVID, we'd had the opportunity to wake up early. My husband and I, we would go on hiking, jogging, and walking every single day. Every single day.
What was your first concert?
Oh gosh, believe it or not, I was in Hawaii during my high school years, and my friends and I went to Prince concert the first time.
If you wrote a book, who would the dedication go to?
Definitely my husband. He's my number one supporter, encourager, does everything behind the scenes. For a man to step back and support a female, and especially their wife, I think it says a lot about husbands who give 100% support to their spouses. So I'm very grateful for my husband.
Before this election, what has been your greatest victory?
When I first ran for state assembly in 2014, running against well-funded sitting incumbent Democrat, thereby breaking the 2/3 supermajority the Democrats held in California State Assembly. But other victory, I must say, is that being a first Korean-American Republican woman to serve in the elected position in the state of California in the legislature, that really set the tone for our Korean-American community and the Asian-American community that anything is possible. It's a testament to how America is truly the land of opportunity, and the promise of America is alive. And as an immigrant, as a mother of four, as a business owner, and now having the opportunity to serve and give back to this country that has given me so much, it's just an humbling experience. I will always remember my root, where I came from, and I will humbly serve the people that had put their interest and faith in me to be their representative.
How do you want the people of your district and the state and the country to remember you?
That young Kim was a fighter. Young Kim does not give up. Young Kim gives inspiration to the younger generation. And through my hard work and determination, I prove that an immigrant can succeed here in America.